Healing Your Life, The Mirror Effect. Hi, I'm Reverend Andrew Bozeman, and this is On the Wings of Your Mind. Healing Your Life, The Mirror Effect. The reality of our lives is that what we call life is actually a reflection of our own consciousness. The combined total of our thoughts and our emotions attracts the circumstances of our lives. So we're not powerless. Remember, we are individualized expressions of infinite intelligence, and the universe responds to you and to me by acting as a mirror. Because of this mirror effect, you have the power to change your life. I'm always being reminded of this mirror effect, but last week Infinite Intelligence was working overtime to demonstrate it to me. I went out grocery shopping, and in the parking lot of the supermarket, I was greeted by one of the workers. His name tag said he was Andrew. In the deli, when I was ordering turkey and ham slices, the young man behind the counter who was cutting my meat for me was named, according to his name tag, Andrew. When my wife and I attended an event last week honoring a Black History memorial, the name tag of the man who was pouring my glass of beer was Andrew. And then in Target, or Target as some people like to call it, in Target when I was trying to locate electric fans because my fan finally gave out after a number of years, the young man who gave me directions to how to find the fan, according to his name tag, was Andrew. Andrew, 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 Andrew. And then within that same few days last week, I was watching a movie. And in the movie, the hero had to travel to a place called Bozeman, Montana. Now, I don't usually encounter a lot of Andrews, a lot of people named Andrew, maybe once in a while, but not every person that I meet or talk with in the matter of a few days. So I knew Spirit was at work. Why? Well, that's a mystery. But I can guess that one reason was to show me that we need to recognize the fact that life is a mirror and what we see is a reflection of who and what we really are. Life is a mirror. Please remember to click on the thumbs up button below, and if you haven't already done so, please choose to subscribe. If you're in Facebook, choose the like button. Also, if you haven't already done so, please choose to subscribe if you're on YouTube, or choose to follow if you're on Facebook. And I'd love to hear your thoughts, suggestions, comments. So please use the comment section and share with me your thoughts, your experiences. Now, in 1600, Shakespeare wrote in his play Hamlet, "For there is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so." But thinking makes it so. In the 1940s, a man named Neville Goddard, who was a metaphysical philosopher, preached that whatever you focus on and emotionally feel will manifest in your life. Then in 1952, Dr. Norman Vincent Peale published a book called The Power of Positive Thinking. And in 1960, a super salesman by the name of W. Clement Stone, along with Napoleon Hill, published a book called Success Through a Positive Mental Attitude. And Napoleon Hill, back in 1937, published the book Think and Grow Rich. So throughout the many years that humans have spoken and written words, one thing remains consistent. What you consistently think about and what you consistently feel will become part of your life. The key is that you must understand that you do not exist in a vacuum. You exist in a continuously vibrating field of energy. You are not surrounded by solid objects. You are surrounded by energetic objects vibrating at a slow rate. So if you could see everything around you through a powerful microscope, you would only see constantly vibrating atoms with no separation between anything or anybody, just a wide field of atoms vibrating, vibrating, vibrating. It's because of this basic makeup of matter that you can alter your reality. Now, since this world around us is always in motion, the energy we transmit out through our thoughts and feelings attracts us to the situations and circumstances that match our core. That is our consciousness. That is our thoughts, our emotions. Of course, there are millions of people who reject this concept because they immediately interpret what I'm telling you as either magic, which they claim does not exist, or wish fulfillment, which they claim is only fantasy. But I'm not talking about magic. I'm not talking about wish fulfillment. You see, it doesn't matter how much you wish for $1 million or cast spells to bring you $1 million. It isn't going to happen. Why? Because your core consciousness is not attuned to $1 million. And it probably doesn't believe you deserve it anyway. You see, you don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. That is the hardest part of this concept for a lot of people to accept. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. Now, there's a passage in the Bible, the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 5, that states, "When you pray, don't be like the hypocrites who love to pray publicly on street corners and in the synagogues where everyone can see them. I tell you the truth, that is all the reward they will ever get." In other words, doing something or behaving in a certain way because you think it will get you something does not work in the spiritual plane. Does not work. And the spiritual plane controls and heavily influences the physical plane. That's being transactional. If you do something in order to get something, that's being transactional. Okay in business, transactional is okay in business, but it doesn't really work in life. It doesn't. Being kind or generous publicly will get you recognition. Yeah, you can be famous. You can. That building over there was donated by John Stone, or that monument is to John Stone. But it's not going to change your life for the better. It's only going to get you recognition. Whereas, get this, being kind or generous privately, where nobody can see you, because you feel the inner need to do that, because that's who you are. Well, that is going to get you somewhere, because you don't expect anything in return. But what will happen is, it will eventually change your life for the better, because it will attract to you situations and circumstances that will match your vibration and will be of benefit to you. You don't attract what you want, you attract who you are, what you are. Or from a different perspective, as we look at this, if you are critical and judgmental of others, if you scorn others and treat them as less than you are, then you can count on life eventually returning that same treatment to you, that same negative treatment. Now, that doesn't happen as a form of punishment. Get that straight. You're not being punished if that is the way your life is. It happens because of your vibration. Your vibration attracts to you what you transmit out into the world. You don't attract to you what you want. You attract to you what you are. Now, I'll admit, this is a hard pill to swallow. You see people around you being mean and nasty and getting ahead doing it. Okay. But it's Dale Carnegie, the man who wrote the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Dale Carnegie said, don't judge your insides by someone else's outsides. Don't judge what's going on with you by what you're seeing other people doing. You don't know what those people are actually experiencing in their lives. Maybe it's a lot worse than what you think. You don't know their fears. You don't know their pains. You don't know their mishaps. Those are things you cannot see. All you can really know is your own life alone, your life. And if you want your life to be more peaceful, more loving, and more prosperous, then it is critical that you understand and you accept that your life is a demonstration of the mirror effect. The mirror effect. It reflects back to you what you continuously think and feel. Basically, if you focus on the negative and allow yourself to feel that life is against you and nothing goes right for you, then negativity will rush into your life and surround you in all its darkness. On the other hand, if you focus on the positive in your life, if you focus on the positive in your thoughts, if you focus on the positive in your emotions, and you allow yourself to believe that you deserve and are worthy of love and peace and contentment, then no matter how negative the situation seems to be in which you find yourself, the positive outcomes will grow and manifest in your life to the point the negativity will be pushed away. And a lot of people call this the Pollyanna approach. Pollyanna. Pollyanna was the young heroine of a novel called Pollyanna, written back in 1913 by a woman named Eleanor Porter. Now, Pollyanna was incredibly optimistic. So calling someone a Pollyanna is a way of putting them down, because Pollyanna refers to someone whose optimism is considered excessive to the point of being naive, or someone who refuses to accept the facts of a negative situation. So I'm not suggesting that you become a Pollyanna, but what I am recommending is that when you are in a situation that calls for action, whether that situation is positive or negative, then do what is necessary to resolve the situation. But avoid sinking into a hopeless state of mind. Avoid allowing yourself to begin complaining, woe is me, or why is this happening to me? No. By staying positive and keeping a clear head, you will be able to see the way out a lot sooner than those around you will see it. That's not being a Pollyanna. That's being a spiritual warrior, because by maintaining that clear head, by maintaining that to a higher intelligence that already knows the answer. You see, infinite intelligence communicates with us on many levels during every minute of every day. It gives us little messages as well as big ones to guide us to realizing our ultimate power. For it is that power that can make our lives not only bearable, but even joyful. Remember, you are powerful. You are not powerless. You are not powerless, because you are an individualized expression of infinite intelligence. The power that created the universe exists in you as you. The power that created the universe exists in you as you. Of course, it takes practice to instill that mindset of the spiritual warrior into your consciousness. There are some steps that I'd like to share with you to help you achieve that mindset, and know that our reality is actually a mirror. Yes. Remember what Michael Jackson said, I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. Are you ready for change? Are you ready to do what it takes to change your life? Well, if you are, let's meet back here tomorrow and talk about it. In the meantime, let's close with prayer. Thank you, Infinite Intelligence, for bringing all of us together in this life so that we may become spiritual warriors and join in the work we have come here to do. Thank you, Infinite Intelligence, for bringing us into this space of awareness and a deeper understanding of ourselves and our relationship to life and infinite intelligence. Thank you for showing us who we really are. We open our minds and hearts to the truth of our being. We are the children of God. We are individualized expressions of infinite intelligence. And because we are part of the greater whole, we're beginning to understand our value to the continuity of life on this planet as we become channels of your power, infinite intelligence. We can feel your presence within ourselves and within our lives more and more. We know that as we feel your presence within our lives every day, we will rise because we are no longer cut off from you by being immersed in the darkness of fear, anger, and the pain of unforgiveness. So we are now restoring our connection through the grace of forgiveness, knowing that as we learn to forgive ourselves for the pain we have caused to ourselves, and as we learn to forgive those who have inflicted pain upon us, our connections will grow stronger and our lives will grow happier, healthier, and more prosperous. And for this we are truly grateful. As above, so below. As within, so without. And so it is. Amen. Please click on the thumbs up button if you haven't already done so. Please choose to subscribe. If you're on YouTube, choose to follow. If you're on Facebook. Remember, I would love to hear your thoughts, comments, and any other thing you'd like to share. So please use the comments section below. In the meantime, thank you for watching. I'm Reverend Andrew Bozeman, and this has been On the Wings of Your Mind.